Hi, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and watching another video. So, today's video is going to be kind of just a 7 week recap. I am now in my 7th week of pregnancy, and it is just wild. Um, I don't even know where to start. I found out that I was pregnant kind of by surprise. My husband and I were not trying this time around. It is our third baby. I am 43 years old, 43 or 44, can't remember. But uh, it's just really exciting for us. And I have actually not had my first um, ultrasound yet. Oh, sorry, my cat. I have not had my first ultrasound yet. That will be on December 5th. It is November 29th today, I want to say. So, just about a week away. And I'm nervous. I'm excited. Um, this pregnancy so far has been much easier than my other ones. I know it's super early, but by this time, I was well into having terrible nausea, and I haven't had that. What I have had, which I didn't have with my others, is food aversions. So, food aversions are pretty strange. It's just like you have an appetite and then food gets in front of you and your appetite's gone. Or you have a craving for something and then you get it and you're just like, ugh, no. And just like the smell of things. For instance, it was just Thanksgiving. I hosted and we had a bunch of family over and like I cooked so much stuff and family members brought stuff over and just the smell of Thanksgiving was so much. I'd had zero turkey. Uh it just did not sound good to me. My husband smoked a turkey, I roasted one, and by the time it was time to eat, it just was not sounding delicious at all. Um Let's see what else. I have not gained any weight so far, which is pretty normal in your first trimester, especially since it is so very early. Um, and I've just been having crazy food aversions, like even to the point where I don't want to eat anything because nothing sounds good. Um, yeah, it's bizarre. I did not have this with my boys. It was like nausea all the time in my first trimester. Finally stopped once I got into my second trimester, but it was like nausea. And then when I was hungry and I was able to eat, I just ate everything. But this is definitely different. I know that every pregnancy is different. I already have two boys, but everyone's like, oh, since it's so different, it'll be a girl. But I know it doesn't quite work like that. It could still very well be a boy. Um, and my husband and I were not super particular. We would just be so happy with a boy or a girl. It doesn't really matter to us. Um, I do have a lot of boy clothes and boy things, but like I said, we're indifferent. Let's see what else. Uh, I did have a little bit of pregnancy insomnia, like right in the beginning, really early, like week 4, like right when I found out. But that has subsided and I am sleeping pretty well. The room has to be really cold though, because I do get really hot at night. Um, Crazy dreams for sure. And other than that, oh, this is definitely TMI. We're talking about real pregnancy things, but I did get a little bit of a yeast infection that I took care of with the 3-day. I know you're supposed to use the 7-day, but I had some 3-day, and I only get them when I'm pregnant. That's the only time I will ever get an overgrowth of yeast, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's pretty common. So, yeah, there was that. And then, um, yeah, other than that, not too much to report on. I'm just so excited for this ultrasound, and I'm actually going to be going to a different doctor this time around. Just a different location, same office, if that makes sense, but it will be a different doctor. Now, with my last baby, hold on. I was considered very high risk because I had, and this is with both, um, I had gestational diabetes, and I will most likely have it this time as well. I just controlled it with diet. I didn't have to take any medication or anything, but apparently, what I was told, for those of you that don't know, I am of Asian descent. My mom is Japanese, and um, apparently, Asians are more prone to gestational diabetes. Something with how the pancreatic hormones respond to pregnancy. I'm not sure, but because I was really surprised when I got it with my first. But anyway, with my second baby, who is now 2 years old, I went to my regular OB, and then I also went to a high risk OB. And I loved my high risk doctor. It was so nice and just, um, I don't know, like, yeah, I was considered high risk, but, um, and I'm sure, it's because I have advanced gestational age as well. But, like, it wasn't a burden at all. It was so nice going there because, um, during your ultrasound, they'll tell you exactly what's going on while they're giving you the ultrasound. Unlike a lot of doctors' offices, whoever's doing the ultrasound will be like, okay, your doctor will come in and talk to you about the results. It wasn't like that. It was like right then and there, they would just share what they were seeing. So that was actually pretty cool. And then you just sit there. Whew, out of breath. That is definitely a symptom that I have always had with pregnancies, is that I get pretty out of breath. But at the high risk place, they have these like recliners, and they'll hook you up to the monitors, and you just listen to baby's heartbeat for a while. That's actually really relaxing and quite nice. All of the nurses were super sweet, and it was awesome. So, if I'm almost positive they'll put me in the high risk category again, because I'm even more advanced gestational age this time, and I've got the history of the gestational diabetes. Other than that, everything was perfectly fine. My babies were a great size. My first one was 6.2 and my second was 6.8. So, the thing that they're concerned with in gestational diabetes, well, one of the things is that I think it's like I think it's called macrosomia, where your bloodstream, and hence the baby's bloodstream, is so oversaturated with glucose that the baby grows and grows and grows uncontrollably, way too large. But that obviously wasn't an issue with me. I controlled everything really stringently with diet, and my babies were completely normal size. In fact, on the smaller end, I would say. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see uh, what the doctors say. I will take you guys along with me on that first ultrasound day. My husband will be going with me. I think mother in law is going to watch the babies while we do that. um, so, yeah, we'll see. And yeah, other than that, this pregnancy is actually going surprisingly just wonderful. I don't have this crazy fatigue that I had, definitely with my second more so. I don't really remember with my first, but um I had it like right in the very early days, like with this one, like I said, like week 4 or 5, but it just kind of subsided and I just get really tired at night, which is perfectly fine because I'm about to go to sleep anyway. But yeah, like I said, it's fantastic. I feel great. Um I'm just so like so fortunate and so happy that even in my advanced age, I guess you can call it, at well into my 40s, I was able to naturally conceive and hopefully, carry on a healthy pregnancy. That would just be so awesome. So, yeah, I don't know what else really to cover. Um I'm trying to think of like other things that I've been through. It's just this part of pregnancy is so funny because you're not showing yet. You're very much pregnant. Um my clothes luckily have not been like starting to fit tight yet. I never bought any maternity clothes. I just wore really stretchy things and like t-shirts, sweatpants. But this is my first baby that will be born in the summertime. So that might be hard. That's going to be rough. Both of my others were November babies. So, I got to be in that kind of really difficult, oops, really difficult stage of like the final stages where you have all that pressure and you just like want the baby out and you're completely uncomfortable and hot and flustered. I got to do that in the fall months. I live in Las Vegas. It's going to be scorching come July. So I don't even know. I'm not looking forward to it. At least we have a pool. I'm probably going to be in the pool a lot. It's just, oh, the timing. It's going to be really hot and uncomfortable. So I'm going to be that pregnant girl that is just like wearing the smallest little shorts and top, and just I'm not even going to care because it, for me anyway, I don't, it's definitely not for everyone, but I get so frustrated and uncomfortable and just like miserable at the very end. Like the whole pregnancy, I'm fine and, happy as a pig in slop. But then the very last few weeks come about, and it is just like, I want this baby out now. I like start doing, the miles circuit and just all the things. But yeah, this time it's going to be really hot. So hopefully you guys are sticking with me through it all and you'll see the reality of that. Anyway, yeah, my due date is July 21st, which is my brother's birthday. So that should be interesting. I mean, babies are rarely born on their due date. And oh, I guess I should share um this baby I got induced on my first two. And I feel like I knew that I could be like, hey, I don't want to be induced. I want to just have monitoring and see if the baby comes on its own. I knew I could do that. That was something, it's my choice. But um, by that time, I just wanted the baby out. So I'm hoping that I can actually just let myself go into natural labor this time, spontaneous labor. Um, just I don't know. I'm terrified of an epidural. I kind of had a bad experience last epidural with my second. They just kind of like, I guess, dosed me too high or something. I don't know. And my blood pressure dropped really fast and I started like blacking out and it was kind of scary. Honestly, it was super scary. I had to get laid down on my side, and I got really shaky, and it just wasn't fun at all. I was really concerned about baby, and I just don't think I want an epidural this time. I'm gonna try so hard. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I would really like to go into spontaneous labor. With my first, my water broke, and I kind of just waited around for like 12 hours and nothing happened. No contractions or anything. So I ended up going in per my doula. She was like, "Yeah, you might as well just go in, see what's going on." I go in, and they were like totally all about getting me induced because they didn't want to, the chance of infection goes up if your water breaks, whatever. So that's what I did. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'm a lot more knowledgeable now on things that I want, how birth can go. Um, I mean, there's a million different variables in birth for sure, but yeah, I just kind of want to see how things can go, I guess. But like I said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I will give more updates. And I will definitely make like a vlog as far as like going to my first ultrasound. So please like and subscribe if you guys have not. If you enjoy this kind of content. Um oh, as far as my running is concerned, I have not ran because I've been so out of breath and so very busy with the holidays. So I haven't been that active besides just like chasing around my babies. So I don't know. We'll see if that changes. I'll see you guys in the next video.